Welcome to another talk of money, business, and investing. My name is Jose. I'm the founder of the company brand here at Master Investor. If you're new to our community, ensure to subscribe, follow us on all other social media platforms. Our mission is to elevate the financial well-being of humanity through high-quality financial education made simple. We're looking for opportunities to build passive income and true wealth. Let's talk about networking and building our networks, because that is the first step we gotta do in order to start building financial freedom. If you want to escape the rat race, you gotta build your own networks. If you have been working the past year for somebody else, you're building somebody else's networks. You don't have any of their database in your email or in your email autoresponder, which is a system that collects emails for us and names of people that are interested in what we have to offer. And we need to get those leads coming in through our sales funnels, but also in person. And I think it's important to go out and socialize, make it a habit to maybe on the weekends go out, maybe have a social drink. It could be a non-alcoholic drink, and just provide value, talk to strangers, introduce oneself, and make sure that we are prepared to listen to others, because when we do, we acknowledge them and they feel amazing in our presence. So it's not about always be closing, right? We hear that all the time, and that is true when it comes to building wealth. We gotta always be closing. What is going to be our next deal? How are we going to build our assets column? How are we going to take our life to the next level and create total freedom, instead of just working like everybody else does every single day for money, and they just continue to do the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result and hoping for a higher paycheck, one day, maybe get a raise or get an offer in a different company for a higher pay, and that will be the only way people move to a different position. People are secure, comfortable, and then they want to be wealthy, which that's the problem. If you put wealthy last as your priority, then you can become wealthy. It's not going to be enough time and preparation. I mean, we're all playing the game of money, but only few get to master the game of money. And we got to be the masters of money. We got to make sure that money is our slave. We don't let money tell us what to do. We tell money what to do. We send money out to work. We understand how to read financial statements. We understand how to raise capital. Our next ebook is going to be on that, on how to raise capital to build wealth. Make sure you get our other ebooks, the 10 new rules of money, how to build cash flow with the internet, turn passive income on, and how to invest in crypto to build wealth, understanding Bitcoin and blockchain. You can also find it on Amazon or Kindle if you like to read them there. But when you go to our website, you have additional assets that come with the ebook, and of course they have turned into a digital course that is vivid, because we're adding more assets as we move along. So when you get in today, you'll be grandfathered in for any other asset that we add into that particular course. You'll be able to access it for no additional cost. So in a year, 2-3 years from now, even more, that digital course is going to be worth a lot more, because we're adding exclusive interviews with wealth entrepreneurs and new entrepreneurs, and just anybody that can provide value to the topic of that specific volume. Okay, so just a great investment. Start today, because if you're listening to this talk of money, it's for a reason. Don't let it pass by you. Start focusing on the assets column. Start building total freedom. Okay, and it requires an understanding of the basics of business and investing. And that's what we're doing here inside of our community, a Master Investor. We're doing a live stream every day. We're talking about money because we have to. We got to talk about ideas that we want to bring forward, and we got to put them into action. Otherwise, other people grab our ideas and run with them. So make sure that we know exactly how to build a successful business from scratch. Don't take any day for granted. Okay, this is a beautiful gift that we all have, this life, and we must really strive to become the best version of ourselves, and forget about what anybody else thinks about us, because their thoughts don't matter. At the end of the day, what counts is what we tell ourselves. People are going to judge regardless, so take it as feedback, whether it's good or bad. keep it moving, keep it cold, be aware of your surroundings, and understand that environment is everything. If you want to change your life, focus on the environment that we are entering every single day. Make sure that they are aligned with our goals, and build relationships, nurture them, okay? And don't expect everybody to be like us either, because we have a lot of self-development, training, and we will meet people like us because we are vibrating at that frequency. Therefore, we attract those people. But there will be people that will feel like they don't understand us, and it's okay. We just gotta keep it moving and stay focused. Keep those close to us that empower us, that encourage us, that get happy when they see us, and have mentors, real mentors, people that have done what we want to do, and they have done it successfully, and they have wisdom to give and provide to us so that we can shortcut. That would be the only shortcut to success. Learning from other people's mistakes. Therefore, we don't commit those mistakes, and we don't have to go through the detour of learning the lesson. We can learn the lesson just by listening to somebody else's experience. That's why even learning how to do storytelling when it comes to selling is very important. And it doesn't have to be ourselves. It could be systems. It could be other people that we pay to do our videos. So be creative when it comes to building our business, and think of a brand, a logo, something that will be here 100 years, 2, 3, 500, 1,000 years from now without us being here. That's a true brand. Like, look at Nike and the top brands that we have today. Coca-Cola. Even if they're not that good for humanity, I mean, Coca-Cola, right? And drinking a Coca-Cola is in a glass is nice, but it's not that healthy, right? Because it's full of sugar and other things. But people still like it, and they do great marketing, and it's still a brand. So there's a high demand for it, and they can still expand their network, okay? And the new generations come along the way, they get introduced to Coca-Cola and gets passed down generation after generation. So we want to build something that is a true brand, not just a commodity that can be replaced. So when we're building our logo and our name, I want us to attempt to think of something that is remarkable, like Master Investor, like Nike. It doesn't have to do with my name. Master Investor is for everybody. Master Investor is like the Nike of money. And when we build our brands, we have to think of it like that. You know, look at Apple. There are some people that have success with their name on their brand, but they become the brand, and eventually those brands will probably die down because the new people will come along the way, the new designers, and those people will become obsolete because we'll have new technology. So do we want to build a true brand that can evolve along the way, even when times change with AI and technology? That's what we want to have. We want to have something that is flexible and adaptable to the new economy, to the new world of fast changing pace, because it is. Like, we have to learn something now, and then next week we might have to unlearn that and put it to the side and learn the new. And we have to be okay with that. But our priority should be become wealthy first, then comfortable and secure. A lot of people have it backwards. People put number 1 as secure, number 2 comfortable, and number 3 wealthy. And that's why they can never become wealthy, because they don't spend time attempting to become wealthy. By the time they're done with work, working 12 hours, after commuting back and forth from work, they need to shower, they need to eat, if they have kids, and you know the deal. So it takes majority of their day already. That's why the main thing that hinders an individual to become wealthy is a job. And we're talking about wealthy, not rich, right? Because those individuals might be rich if they're high-paying employees, maybe an attorney, doctors, even self-employed. But if they have to show up to make the income, they're still selling time for money. Regardless of how much money they're making, they're still selling their time for money. Their time is being controlled by other people. We want to always protect our time. Our time has no price. We don't want to sell our time. We don't, and our mind and our freedom. Those three things. Our mind, our freedom, and our time. Okay, we don't sell those things. We don't jeopardize them. That's why we have to have business integrity, and we have to make sure that we also have intrinsic value in our brands, and meaning that is protected, that has a register or maybe a patent. We have legalities in order. No one can take what we're doing because it's something unique. It's something that we created. It's original, and we need to put those legalities in order. And business integrity means that the business must make a profit. So it needs to be a product that sells on autopilot. It's not for us. Don't create a business that is for us. It's for everybody, for the world, for the masses, for our niche. Figure out who is a niche, how big is a niche right now, who is in need of our product that we want to sell. It could be a new idea that we have, but let's figure out, let's do our due diligence. Cash flow are the most important words in the business language, and then due diligence are the second most important words. So ensure that we always measure our return on investment with facts, meaning with passive income, with cash flow, reading the financial statements of the business, not with opinions. Okay, the seller or the seller representative, like the broker, if we're acquiring a real estate property, we're maybe acquiring an existing business, then we need to ensure that we look at the financial statements, crunch the numbers, tax returns, all of that, and figure out what is the real cash flow of that business by the numbers, not by the opinions of the seller or anything. We got to look at the numbers. And then based on that, we decide whether there's a toxic investment or something that we want to take over, and we can improve it. Sometimes there are investments that we'll find mismanaged, and those are probably the best investments because we will simply add a twist. It could be something very simple that the current owner is missing totally and is in front of him. And all along it was there to make him more money or make her more money, but the lack of financial education, lack of new perspective, innovation. That's why it's important also to have a department of innovation in our organization, because we have to continue to innovate with our companies and attempt new things. We have to lead. So ensure that we are constantly innovating, okay? And be okay with being flexible and be comfortable by being uncomfortable, because a lot of times we will be uncomfortable because we're growing all the time. And that's the whole goal. We gotta be on our tippy toes and forget what anybody thinks about us. We might look crazy to other people why we're so focused or why we may have a certain demeanor, because we are literally serious about our dreams and we have a lot of things that we need to accomplish. We gotta make sure we turn every single stone along the way. We don't wanna miss anything. Okay, be aware. And if we stay on the right path, right? And how do we know we're on the right path? We don't know. Magic happens. That's when we know we're on the right path. Miracles happen. So follow our intuition is also very important when it comes to building our business. We have to listen to our intuition because it's guiding us at all times. So figure out what type of problems we want to solve in the world, because our businesses are built to solve problems in the world. So what type of problem we want to solve, what are we passionate about, and start researching, do a due diligence, figure out some numbers, and build sales funnels or acquire systems that will collect emails every day for us on autopilot. If you want to know more information about what we do, and if you want to receive articles that we publish on financial education, make sure you subscribe to our newsletter. We have a free version, and you take advantage of all the data there. We have to put it to practice, okay? Otherwise, it's just knowledge, our knowledge. But in order for it to be knowledge to when we learn something new is by putting it to practice. If we just read it and we don't do anything with it, then it's just knowledge for that person, for the person who gave us the information, our mentors, right? It's their knowledge because they used it. It comes from wisdom. But now we gotta grab that knowledge and turn it into our knowledge by applying it in our lives. So Thank you for listening to another amazing talk. I hope that you understood today's message, which is go out there and network and also bring in leads every day through sales funnels. So we need to have systems in place, bringing in leads on autopilot, because we are offering something of free or maybe some sort of value to the customer that's looking for a solution that we have, and we're collecting those emails and names of people that are interested in getting what we have. Okay, and we're going to do marketing, which is targeted marketing, which meaning that we are finding the group of people that really want our product. So it's not a hard pitch, it's never a hard sell, it's the easiest thing because we're putting it in front of the right customer that wants what we have. Okay, and then go out there and socialize as much as possible. Talk to strangers. Good or bad feedback, take it as feedback. That's it. Neutral, okay? And keep it going. Don't take anything personal. Provide value and be ready to listen. Bring you the good and bad news of money, the business principles that work in all economies. Thank you for having me again on another amazing talk. We are the authentic brand of money, business, and investing. Click the link in the description to join our digital courses and get our ebooks. Go to our website because we'll have additional assets that come with each ebook. All right. Stay extraordinary and wealthy. Bye for now.